Sukuna can't believe that his nephew, the brat he never respected, is greeting him at the gates of the afterlife. Like, even his reaction to this is the same as Gojo. But how did we get here? Wasn't Angel blasting the King of Curses with Jacob's ladder in chapter 263? Without his reverse curse technique, this should have been a guaranteed kill. Angel was on the verge of fulfilling her only goal in the culling game, which was to take down Sukuna, dubbed the Fallen One, and have redemption for Hana's mistakes earlier, right? No, he's not being the misogyny allegations after all, because guess what? To no one's surprise, Sukuna tanked Jacob's ladder once again. Not too long ago, he was struggling with the force of this technique in Yuta's domain, but that version was a guaranteed hit, leaving no chance to escape. As a result, Sukuna went ahead and did the most insane thing anyone could imagine. By punching the ground to assemble pillars into the sky, he climbed the freaking ladder!
See, now that's some bullshit.
Even though this version of Jacob was at maximum output, the power Angel was putting into it was weaker than earlier. Huh? Okay, you're confused. Well, some of you may immediately point towards plot armor, but in my eyes, this makes perfect sense. Sukuna comments that Angel and Hana are coexisting in one body, as Angel revealed in chapter 199 that incarnated sorcerers destroy their vessel's consciousness, resulting in their death. Something which should not be happening as it goes against the law of God. There's a 99% chance a person would die if they attempted to bring a person back from incarnation, because it's a fusion of curse object and living flesh. That means Megami coming back is only a 1% chance. His day got worse. Following this creed meant Angel chose to coexist with Hana instead of killing her, which resulted in a few drawbacks. You know, since the body is the soul and the soul the body, losing an arm impacts their ability to output a powerful Jacob's ladder. As Sukuna puts it, it's a very powerful technique in a mid body. Whose fault is that, I wonder? Hana? Now, yeah, we make jokes out of Hana being useless, but this theme obviously reinforces the whole idea of Sukuna believing in individuality, that love is worthless, and that being selfish to enact true jutsu is the key to strength, as Hana personified that a collective good nature results in weaknesses. But there is one person who's going to prove him wrong about what Gege has set up. Yuji Itadori, following God's creed, is about to take him straight to hell where he belongs. We witness Angel's ladder hitting both Yuji and Todo as well, so the king devised a quick plan. Before he's torn from Megami's body, he will kill her. Sukuna appeared behind her with a punch that would have ended her right there on the spot, but Todo jumped in to completely tank a second Black Flash. After all, this plan was only agreed upon Hana's safety and staying out of the battle in chapter 263. However, Todo survives, crashing into multiple buildings knocked out. Sukuna acknowledges him as a Jujutsu sorcerer to his very core, giving his respect. But the one person he should respect and will bring his demise is right behind him. Sukuna is surprised that he managed to chase him in the Pillar of Light, tanking the entire blast with ease. My man Yuji punches Sukuna and grabs his legs to throw him into a building. His speed is so immense that it outpaces the king before he reacts instinctively to dodge cleave. But something is terribly wrong. Sukuna had finally healed his arms thanks to the Black Flash that restored his RCT output. In chapter 258, we learned that he established a unique relay to disperse the burden of using it to a separate section in his brain. Beforehand, Yuji's soul punches trampled on his desire to bring his arms back, but the sparks of black returned to its master, which allowed him to cast domain expansion. And although Yuji made Sukuna vomit via soul cleave in chapter 263, which should have stopped his RCT yet again, Sukuna entering the awakened state has proven to be fruitful, as the Black Flash on Todo reaped a reward. With his advantage of 4 arms back, he calmly assesses that he doesn't need to do anything risky, as Sukuna absolutely overpowers Yuji in hand-to-hand combat. He claims that all he needs to do is wait for his technique to recover because Yuji poses no threat to his life. However, Yuji still tries to use Soul Dismantle on him, but this only proves Sukuna's point. It surely is a lethal technique that would be fatal, but it can't hurt him if Yuji can't land it. At this moment, Yuji also had the same thought and realized that there is only one way to guarantee that his attack hits Sukuna, especially against an opponent who hasn't recovered his curse technique yet. Remember, Yuta in Gojo's body made Sukuna have burnout in chapter 263, so he's defenseless against a domain expansion. Now, to enjoy more peak fiction, watch this video about Yuji facing all the disaster curses at the same time. Would he defeat them?